Hello everyone, it's me, Aradha Gopal Nepal, as you all know, and in this video I'm going to share my New Year resolution of 2024. So it's 2029, December 31, that's the last day of this year. So, who I am? I'm a mobile developer, and right now I use Flutter as a framework to develop mobile apps for both Android and iOS. My journey of mobile development started from 2019. Before telling my future goals, I want to share my past goals, past history. Okay, my journey of mobile development started from 2019 when I first got a will to learn native when I first got the will to learn Android development, and I fulfilled that will by doing native development. For that, in 2019, I did Broadway. At first, I did a 3 month Udemy course, and then I physically joined an institute named Broadway Infosys, where I worked for extra, where I learned native Android for extra 3 months. So at that time, I don't knew anything about Java. Look, I knew nothing about Java. I just joined native Android course because my QBasic, it does, some might think it doesn't matter, but my QBasic was strong, and I did little bit Python in my plus two. It was strong. Basically, my coding foundation was strong, so I directly joined native Android without knowing Java. And then after that, I joined my bachelor's undergraduate. What we I think in all country we say bachelor's. I don't know. I I live in Nepal, guys. Aradha Gopal Nepal, as my name suggests. Okay, till 2019 to 2020, I did native Android as a practice project. I was a complete beginner at the time, and in bachelor, I learned lots of things regarding Java. My coding, the basic of coding was became really strong in my bachelor's thanks to the course. I, j- I, I joined 3 years bachelor, not 4 year, because I just wanted to complete bachelor as fast as possible so that I can start working on real market as fast as possible. And I think it's my best decision because I completed my bachelor at the age of 20. That means after the age of 20, I started working as a software developer with my undergraduate degree, with my bachelor degree. So from 2019 to 2020, I did native Android course. 2020 to 21, I did nothing because at the time I was interested on MBTI and Ocean. It was more for personality science. Why I was interested on that? Because I want to hide my this video. Why I was interested on that because my personality is INTJ and I used to feel outcast. I was unique compared to others. So I can relate with others. So for 2020 to 21, I get addicted to Big Five, MBTI, and lots of philosophy. Carl Jung, Nietzsche, how you pronounce, I don't know, autism as introvert. So this kind of things. And then in 2021, I again decided to start. At the time I was still young age. I think I was 18 years old. No. Yeah, I was 18 years old. That's still young, or 19 years old, I don't know. 18 years old, yeah. So in bachelor second year, when I was 18-year-old, I started learning Flutter. I switched from native Android to Flutter. Why? Because all of my friends was doing Flutter, and it's FOMO, fear of missing out. And what I found is, look, at a time there used to be Java on a native Android. They the fragments just started, so it was not that stable. It was stable, but not that, no lots of there was tutorial, but not that much. And there was not Jetpack Compose. And I used to build UI from XML with inner logic, business logic, and coding from Java. And then I switched to Flutter and Flutter, Dart, and there is Flutter framework to build UI, which was really amazing compared to native Android. So I decided not to switch back to native Android. I continued my journey as Flutter. In so it was, and then 2 years before of now, I did internship, freelance, financial project, and lots of things to be exposed to real world market. And here I am with nearly, 2.5 years of Flutter. I don't know how to count because initial phase was learning, but from back 2 years I did internship. So you can say I have 2 years experience of Flutter. And what I'm feeling is that I reached most of the Flutter application is just CRUD, create, read, update, delete. So if I'm creating application, 80% of feature is just dealing with the backend. The extra 20% is some advanced feature. But I cannot say like that because as a Flutter, it's more of a permission, because you know managing permission like notification is really hard on iOS and Xcode, some those kind of thing. But what I feel is that there is still lots of thing I need to learn from Flutter, but I become stable. So there is Pareto principle that 20% of the basics is what we need 80% of time, and remaining 80% we only need rest 20% of time. And my foundation, basics in coding and Flutter is really strong. So even Git doesn't matter, but clean coding, I Uncle Bob, I big fan of that, and my code are really clean. I know provider block Reverb are my favorite as state management, so that's nearly I will not learn GetX. I hate it. But except that my you know I know I'm really good at Flutter. What does it mean that I can build any app from scratch to production easily. If the requirement is easy, no it, the requirement could be easy, but the functionality, there could be lots of screen, lots of API integration. So if there are less API integration and less requirement, no matter how complex it is, I can build it. If the requirement is a lot, I might need some teammate, but again my team composition skill is also good because I've worked with lots of teams, video recording, so I can do Flutter very well. So I'm thinking of switching. As a new year, I'm thinking of switching to backend to be more of a full stack. Okay, I will do this. I will click this. Let me paint. Okay, so I'm using screen share for screen recording because I find it very hard to integrate Android video in OBS. I will try it later. And next thing is I'm very lazy person to do video editing. So I'm thinking of learning backend. So I got lots of option like Django, and there is Node.js, and Django, Node.js, Java, PHP, lots of things. But Flutter is itself an emerging. Wow, wow. So Flutter is itself an emerging technology. What does it means? The enterprise application, they use native Android because their code base is already on native Android, and they're not thinking of switching to Flutter. And I will also not recommend. So you build an application from one legacy code and new technology emerge. I personally do not like switching to new technology until and unless the previous technology stopped giving any security updates, kind of. But native Android is still, amazing. So enterprise will not switch to native Android, and more Flutter is mainly used for startup and mid-level company. Mostly new project, old project will not use Flutter because they already have native Android. So I'm already, as a front end, I'm already learning something that is a emerging technology. So as a backend, I want to learn some legacy backend, and that's two option. Okay, that's Java and .NET Core. So I got two option what I can learn in backend, and I choose .NET Core API, Spring Boot over .NET Core API because I've done Java. At first, I also want to explore how C Sharp is, you know, I haven't done it yet, and I've heard that C Sharp is sexy language, and I must use Android Studio for, if I do Java, might need to use, IntelliJ, because I've heard that IntelliJ is good for Java. I can also use Visual Studio for Java, but I don't know. My inner gut is saying that let's learn C Sharp.NET Core for backend. So, at the new year, the first thing and the first most priority thing what I will do is I will learn .NET. Okay, that's the first thing that I will do. And what? But if I learn .NET, what about Flutter? Look, there is a concept of acceleration and velocity. I am from 8 point A, and as I became senior, I must go to new point A to point B. And what I think, my velocity of Flutter is already good, but I've not increased the acceleration. What does that mean? Velocity mean speed with which I am moving, learning new things is good in Flutter. I will continue doing it, and in the future, as I get senior, I will learn new things. But acceleration is which I will push on .NET. You know, to be a full stack. Okay, so I will use .NET as my backend. Uh, why? Because I got some message to get 2.5 GB all-time valid for 7 days at rupees 98 and said, so I've learned .NET as my backend because it is a legacy. I'm already using one of the legacy. I'm already using emerging technology Flutter. It's a long video. Boring, I don't care because who cares? Okay, that's my one aim. So .NET is the past, the legacy, legacy, and Flutter is the near future. Flutter is emerging, in my country. It's specifically Nepal. So Flutter is still emerging in Nepal. Actually, right now there is just lots of wars due to which there is recession in technology. I hope 2024 would be great time, but I'm doing great. But also, Flutter is still emerging technology. Lots of big project doesn't use most of the project on Flutter. Emerging is basic cloud with simple advanced feature like notification, fingerprint notification, deep linking. That's all. And enemies. One thing I love about Flutter is animation. But native Android also have Jetpack. Does so I will not learn native Android, native iOS, React because I have one thing. I'm not saying Flutter is better than them, but I'm saying that I will stick to one front-end framework. I will go to another .NET backend framework, .NET, and as a third thing I will learn is blockchain. Blockchain. They say blockchain is the future of data storing because look, I've done no research on .NET. I'm just saying whatever I heard from friends. What they say is blockchain is future because it's decentralized data storing. What happens in, let's say there's a finance app and the the balance of the user is stored in just there is a there's a table and there is one cell and there is 10,000. If you change that 10,000 to 1 million, the user got 1 million. Obviously, there are other things too, but that's how data is stored. Just a integer, double, and or string value depending bar car. But they say blockchain the future. So I'm thinking of I will dedicate my 70% energy, 70% of acceleration, 70% of A acceleration in .NET, 30% of acceleration in blockchain, and Flutter. I work as Flutter developer, so mainly mainly on the real market. I will be in the job market. I will be to to have food, to have clothes, to have what they say chhat, roof above me. I will do Flutter. That's my velocity. So that's my future plan. No, .NET, Flutter, blockchain, and what I'm thinking is in future. So blockchain might need 10 year in my country to emerge. And I think Flutter might need 5 year to be a legacy. 5 year legacy. So I got .NET as a backup. So if anything happened from Flutter, I got .NET because it's already legacy, and legacy will never end because .NET Java it's amazing. So that's my tech stack which I will use. And in optimistic way, let's think blockchain became the future, and in future means banks started using blockchain. What banks will do is that obviously bank will use obviously bank most of enterprise company uses .NET or Java as their backend. So I know .NET, I know blockchain, and I can combine these two things, and then I can also combine Flutter if they don't use native Android. But okay, let's assume I didn't combine Flutter. Skip Flutter. Yo, so I can combine these two in future, .NET and backend and data structure. I know nothing about these things. I might be saying some of the stupid combinations, but I will thinking to do this. So I might be repeating same thing again and again, but I will do again. So let's say blockchain become the future. Obviously, most of the enterprise company or banking sector will use blockchain, and those sector mostly either Java or .NET is their legacy backend technology. I know .NET, I know blockchain. I can combine these two and build a high earning future. What are Flutter? Look, Flutter is amazing, and you must have one tech. You must have one thing as a front end as a tech stack because yesterday I went to an ideathon, and among 11 group, 9 of group was saying we will so in they will use AI and whatever thing, and at the end for the user they will use an Android app. What does that mean is that at the end they need a mobile app, and my front end, I'm very good at animations. I can build amazing UIs, so I will not lose those. I can switch to .NET and in future blockchain the combination, but I will never give up Flutter. Or in my tech stack I will put minimum one and maximum one front end tool. Same with backend. I will pick. No. Look, I previously done Django. I can choose different back. No. I will not. I will not. So guys, this is my New Year resolution, and I will just stick with one backend .NET. If I switch to Django, I will completely switch to Django. No here there. 50% .NET, 50% Django. I learn nothing in Django. I learn nothing in backend in advanced. Just 50%. I will not do that. I will be dedicated to .NET and 75% extension to .NET, 25% extension to blockchain, and as a for money, I will do Flutter. And in future, if I switch to .NET and blockchain, I will use Flutter as my freelance project because you know as a freelance. Or if I continue to do Flutter and once I master .NET, I will use .NET as my freelance. But at the end, I'm thinking of being a full stack instead of dedicated to one because I can do it. My IQ is high. I can learn things fast, and the thing is, I'm just 21 years old right now, and I already have more of 3 years of experience in mobile development, native plus Flutter. That's amazing, guys. So in April 25, I will be 22. I will be 22. I am writing this to showcase how young I am. So that's my tech stack goal. I'm repeating the same thing again and again, but I will just write it again. .NET, blockchain, blockchain. Yo. So which blockchain I will use? It started from which programming I will use blockchain. I started from something as best programming language for blockchain. I don't like Python because it's interpreter. I don't like any interpreter language. I will use Solidity. So I will use Solidity for Solidity, and at the end I will use Flutter. So this is my Flutter and its velocity. It's just random. I'm a crazy guy, I will just give random name. And velocity means acceleration means I will start from zero and try to be advanced. Velocity means already advanced. I will just at the same rate I will learn new things and I will move. So that's my tech stack. Now for the two things I will do it. So how I will do these things is I will create lots of project. So I'm big fan of yin yang. So I will not just watch .NET video, watch blockchain video from the Udemy, YouTube. I will watch a small portion and I will then completely start coding from scratch, and so I will do yin yang. I will create a complete balance of learning and actual implementation. And in future, what I'm thinking is, mm, I will do I will do project freelance where I will find some juniors of Flutter and I will do the .NET as backend. And I know what how to give up, so there is database thing, those advanced thing, but at the end we need to provide a simple interface to the front end to integrate. So I know how to provide a simple interface, how to put all the business logic on the back end, why it's important for the front end guy. So I know all of these things. So I will find a freelance project. I will make my juniors to do Flutter development, and if they face any problem, I would be there to help them. And that's how I will practically implement .NET. Regarding blockchain, I will do it very slowly because it's my next 10-year goal. In my country, it will need lots of time for blockchain to be in demand. Regarding AI, I'm not interested in AI because it's Python, and I hate interpreter. Means I believe it's that AI is the present and blockchain is the future. It's a quote said by my friend Subhash Kesi. Shout out to him. So that's my tech stack. And so also my another goals is that, so in previous year I made 750 commit, and for your knowledge this commit is not counting my office commit, because most of my office either they got their own server or they use GitLab, because for public project GitHub is amazing, but for private project GitLab is amazing. So most of the time they use GitLab for office project. This is just my practice project commit. So in next year I'm thinking of 750 into 2, obviously 1500. I knew it, but I'm thinking of making my commit 2000, some genu how it pronounced, commit of 2000 on my GitHub by contributing or making some practice project on these three things. That's me, guys. Three things. So that's what I'm thinking. For that, how many per day? How many? Wait, How many days are there in 2024? 666 is a leap year, bro. Divided by 262, 66. That's 7.5 commit per day. Okay, I'm a stupid guy. I'm a stupid guy, guys. I know it. Divided by 366. That's 5.4 commit per day. But obviously, so my office is 5 days a week. So I will most of the commit come from on my big weekend days because I'm a nerd. I like to code. Into 7, 38. So it's like 40 commit. So my goal is 40 commit per week. Okay. So if it was office, if office commit were counted, I could have done this within 2 days. Genuine commit. I'm not talking about random commit. 2 days, sometime 1 day, but means most of the time 30 or 20 is my average. So that's my GitHub aim. Okay. Now what's talking about next aim is YouTube. So my aim is YouTube is to improve my social skill, and I got two YouTube channels. No, 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 no. It's her. So this is my first channel. It's more of private channel because the content are so private. So first I'm thinking of continuing my podcast with my roommate. I'm aiming for one podcast per week, which will be unlisted because I have no problem of sharing the podcast, but he have the problem of sharing the podcast. And the second thing I'm thinking is making my video of explaining what I'm doing in coding. So I'm going to divide it in two parts. First thing, what I know. Second is what I don't know. Flutter is something that I know, and blockchain and .NET is something which I don't know. So I will make two separate playlists, kind of, and in one playlist I will upload Flutter, in another playlist I will upload .NET. So in short, my aim is okay. I also got another YouTube channel. Is it? Uh, uh, uh. So guys, this is slow video. Keep watching. To this, I will also upload videos in these. Okay, nice. What's my aim? So what I aim is I will upload one podcast, one video regarding what I don't know, and one video regarding what I know. So my aim is three video per week and 40 comment per three video per week and 40 comment per week. What I'm saying, guys, never mind. 7%, 25%. I'm legacy. Way future, way future, way future, way future, and it could be emerging. So I don't know what the difference in the way future. Just I will write it for myself. Emerging. It's so boring to write things like in paint, but I'm a boring guy. So this is my tech stack. What we call technology stack. Technology stack. What we call something tech stack. Yeah, tech stack. It's my tech stack, guys. Okay. And another thing I will do is also LinkedIn. So my first name is GitHub, 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 40 commit per week is equal to 2000 per year. And these commit are not my office commit, it is just my practice project commit. So I'm feeling so, it's not office commit. I cannot so do much office commit on my GitHub. Who cares about GitLab? And regarding two, and for things to go more insane, they use their own server. Second is I will make video, no, like this video, a long video. I will not make short video, I will make a long video, 3 per week. Okay. The third thing is LinkedIn, YouTube video. Let's type YouTube video, and LinkedIn. I am thinking of making, two content. LinkedIn. I myself don't know why I use LinkedIn, but they say it's good for your networking. So I will make two content per month, and it's more of a short video. It's more of a marketing video. Like, so I just make this video. I will know it is part of a YouTube video. I will do no video editing, and this video is extremely large. For LinkedIn, I need to make short videos. So that's my month empty month MH. I don't know month. I'm not dumb, guys. That's my social media commit image text social media so, social media. Who don't save? I don't need this. I don't. So guys, that's all. Happy New Year for all of you guys. So thanks for watching this much, and see you again. Mm, And also, this is my microphone. I am using OBS for recording. This is my screen, to show my face. And thank you. Sh- There is the camera. How can I do like this? I cannot do like this. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Thank you.